Hi, I'm Lori.
I'm Sage with Bat Conservation and Management. Today we are going to be installing a 4-chamber ColonyLodge on a post.
Bat houses are usually set up within a quarter-mile of fresh water within a mixture of agriculture and forest.
This property doesn't have any fresh water, but there is a pond and a small stream about a quarter-mile away.
We always try to set up bat houses near trees. Bats like to use that as a cover as they're coming and going from the bat house.
But we're careful not to place the bat house shaded in the trees. Bats are looking for roosts that are about 100 degrees, so we need plenty of direct morning sunlight. In fact, if we're only going to be placing one bat house on this property, like this one, we choose a spot where it'll be sunny pretty much all day long.
So we found our spot near some trees, but not shaded by the trees. It pretty much gets sun all day long. We also micro-sited the spot to the high ground instead of the low ground where water would tend to collect.
We've also picked a spot along the fence where it won't be too hard to mow around.
The biggest part of this job is actually the digging, so we better get cracking. We need to make sure we dig at least a 2.5-foot hole for our 4x6 post. We'll be using a 16-foot post. This way, when we attach the bat house, it'll be about 10 feet from the ground. Next, we need to put together our post mount kit from BCM. So we have two 2x4s that are pre-drilled for our lag bolts, and we'll flip those over. And then we're actually going to take our perch panel, which is scratched on one side, smooth on the other. We'll flip that over so scratchy side is down. Square that up with our first 2x4 and put 2 screws in.
So I have drilled my first 2 screws. I'm going to spin it around and do the other side just like the first. So I square it up. So now that we have our 2 brackets screwed on there, we're going to give it a coat of stain. Take a look at our 4-chamber colony bat house. So this is fully assembled, but we do want to take a look at the back. All of our bat houses have this rear vent where if it gets a little too hot, the bats can come outside and roost in between the back and the perch panel. But we do just want to make sure that it's nice and scratched up for the bats, so we can do that with the utility knife by taking scratches on there, and then it'll be good to go.
Now that our perch panel is dry, we're going to attach it to our pole using our lag bolts and a 9/16 socket bit. So we will center it up to our pole and we will make it flush with the top.
Okay, now that we are ready for our bat house, we can move it onto the center of the bracket and make sure that it's nice and even on each side, and on the top and on the bottom as well. And then we are going to be using a 1/4-inch socket bit to drill them in, and we pre-drilled these holes to make it a little bit easier. Our setup here, we have a digging pole stuck in the hole there to help us guide the pole in as we lift it up. We have an 80-pound bag of concrete, a bucket of water, and then a level on the pole there. Usually for a 4-chamber ColonyLodge, it takes 2 or 3 people to lift the pole into the hole. Use a compass to face the bat house about 140 degrees or southeast. Once the post is level, pour the concrete into the hole, adding a little bit of water as you go. Mound the concrete up so that water and vegetation does not touch the pole.
For more how-to videos on installing bat houses and where to place bat houses, go to batmanagement.com. And always, always, always make sure once installing a bat house, you say, just add bats for good luck.